I like the Lemonheads version of He's on the Beach. I think that's really funny. But also I like it because they recorded it in Brazil, and I've never been to Brazil, and I just thought it was great to have one of your songs recorded there.
That's a funny way of looking at it. Do you ever squirm when somebody covers one of your...
Well, some of them, you know, it's... I don't know. I mean, it's always I think it's flattering if anybody, you know, even if they don't do a very good version, at least if somebody, you know, thinks it's a really good song and they want to do a version, that's nice, you know. But it does sound funny sometimes when they're translated into other languages because they just don't flow as well, you know. The phrasing doesn't quite fit, you know.
Now, I guess we're to assume that you're in this business for the long term. You're going to be doing this another 10 or 20 years, right?
Well, looks like it.
What exactly do you have in mind for the time being? Is your approach to the music going to change at all, or are you just going to continue at the same pace?
Well, I'm going to when I get back from this tour, I do a British tour, and then I'm going to start writing in earnest for the next album, the next studio album, and I've got a lot of work to do for that. But then the one after that, there's a possibility that I might do a completely sort of Latin album.
Is that right?
Yeah, I've been working. I've worked with Latin musicians before, but I've also met a Cuban guy in Havana who I've been writing with, who's very good. So I might pursue that if I get a chance.
It's kind of a vague question, but what about Latin music appeals to you? What does it have a natural appeal for you?
I think it's really exciting. I think Spanish is a good language to sing in. It's probably the best language next to English to sing in for popular music. And it's that combination of like Spanish language and sort of African roots that goes through Latin music, you know. And the amount of brass they use is just exciting enough on its own, you know. I think it'd be great to have a big band like that, Tito Puente or something, you know.
So you're specifically referring to salsa then?
Well, salsa and merengue and lots of other kinds, you know, but it's an area that I find very refreshing, let's say. Maybe it's because I don't understand the lyrics very well. I can't be that cynical about them.
Do your interests extend, say, to Brazil?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I haven't been to South America yet, so I'd like to do that.
So are you pretty adventurous about what you go out of your way to look for? Do you actually go searching for new kinds of Latin music?
Well, I listen to loads and loads and loads of stuff, and it just sort of, you know, realise after a certain while that you like certain areas particularly well, and you know, I tend to buy anything that's Cuban, really.
Have you shared your ambitions with your record company yet about this Latin idea? How do they feel about it?
Well, I think they're worried.
They've got a little red check mark next to your name, I guess.
Yeah. Watch her.
Do we renew her option next year?
Exactly.
Do you think that you could sort of stray from the course enough to jeopardize your career at all?
Well, I mean, if I go, you know, if I do something that they don't want to deal with, I'll just go to another label. So, I mean, I'm used to that.
And I asked you about your father a few questions back. Do you have any people that you would like to, say, emulate? Do you have any people who have done it in a certain way that you would like to do it, i.e. your approach to music?
Well, I suppose Neil Young or somebody like that, you know, really, who's just kept on doing their own thing for years and years and years.
Yeah, a lot of people mention Neil Young. I mean, what exactly is it about him that makes him such a hero?
Because he ain't singing for Pepsi and he ain't singing for Coke, you know. I mean, he's kept his integrity, and I think that's quite hard to do. And to maintain a very long career in this business, it's hard to do both, really.
Do you think that there would be a lot of pain along the way if you try to do something like that, though? Are there a lot of slings and arrows waiting for the artist to...
Well, probably, but, you know, you've got to do it, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got to be able to look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and not hate what you see.
All right. Well, Kirsty, on that note, I guess I will leave you to your own devices.
All right.
So thank you very much for your time. And once again, sorry about the flub yesterday.
No problem.
Okay, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.